The Denver Broncos have the chance to upgrade a key position in free agency with this big signing. What's up, guys? Welcome to Denver Broncos Syndicate, part of the Sports Syndicate family of channels where we are dedicated to bringing you content about our favorite sports teams. I am your host, Gage Madrid. Before we jump in, guys, if you could just do me a big favor and smash the like button on this video as well as subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it. Those are two free and easy ways that you can help show your support. It helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out to fellow members of Broncos country just like you and me. So we are now just 4 days away from the unofficial start of NFL free agency. On Monday, March 13th, the legal tampering period officially begins. That means that free agents are now allowed to talk and negotiate with new teams about potential deals, but those deals cannot become official until pen is put to paper on March 15th at the earliest. The Denver Broncos figure to make some moves here ahead of free agency to potentially free up some cap room. I would imagine that there are some cuts potentially coming. Keep an eye on some names like Ronald Darby, Chase Edmonds, and potentially Mike Purcell as potential cap casualties for the Broncos. Meanwhile, as far as potential players that the Broncos may look to add in free agency, we have done several videos over the past few weeks here on Denver Broncos Syndicate talking about some of the top targets for the Broncos. Be sure to go back and check out those videos in case you're interested in seeing who I may think the Broncos are targeting in free agency. In this video, though, we're going to talk about one position that I haven't really focused on very much this offseason, and that is the off-ball linebacker position. The Denver Broncos have the chance to significantly upgrade at that position as there is a big-name player available on the open market. Earlier today, it was announced by Ian Rappaport on Twitter that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to let longtime linebacker Lavonte David test free agency for the first time in his career. David has been a stalwart on that Buccaneers defense for a long time, ever since being drafted all the way back in 2012 in the first round out of Nebraska. David is a tackling machine, accruing nearly 1,350 tackles over the course of his 11-year career. He's also recorded 12 interceptions, 27 forced fumbles, and 16 fumble recoveries. Even as he's set to enter his age 33 season, Lavonte David remains one of the best linebackers in the NFL. The Broncos could pair him with Josie Jewell, and that would form a really lethal tandem at linebacker. David's still really solid in coverage and is one of the strongest linebackers in the NFL in the run defense. Broncos leading tackler from last season, Alex Singleton, is set to hit the free agent market, and although I feel like the Broncos could be interested in bringing him back, I also feel like he may have a strong market that may be a little bit out of the Broncos' price range that they're willing to spend on a linebacker like Alex Singleton. The Broncos may be willing to fork out a little bit more money for someone with tons of experience at that position who could also be a big-time leader in the locker room like Lavonte David. Broncos head coach Sean Payton has gone against David for all of those years when they were in the NFC South together, so clearly Sean Payton has some level of familiarity with Lavonte David's game and what he's all about. According to SpotTrack, David is projected to net a 1-year deal in free agency worth about $9.8 million. With the Broncos potentially in line to make some cuts to free up some salary cap space, I could easily see them being able to fork out $9.8 million for a player like Lavonte David. It would only be a 1-year rental, but that would be a move that would signify the Broncos trying to go all in to win a Super Bowl this year with Russell Wilson at quarterback. What type of moves the Broncos make in free agency, in my opinion, are going to be a really clear indicator as to where this team feels like they are at. If they sign guys such as Lavonte David, that tells me that the Broncos are serious about trying to win now. If the Broncos just make some middling moves and don't go out and make a splash move, that's going to tell me that the team feels like they are a long way away from contending, and they don't feel like they're going to be contenders with Russell Wilson at quarterback. The Broncos are in it with Sean Payton for the long haul, but rumor has it that Russell Wilson has just a 1-year trial period with the Broncos this season. If he can't make hay, the Broncos will not be afraid to move on and eat whatever financial penalties that they have to eat. Here's hoping that's not the case and the Broncos are ready to go out and make a splash move in free agency, such as signing a guy like Lavonte David. All right, Broncos country, how do you guys feel about the team signing Levante David in free agency? Drop those comments down below. I would love to hear from you. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. And while you're at it, be sure to follow me on Twitter at Gage Madrid NFL for continuing Broncos coverage. And for now, this has been another episode of Denver Broncos Syndicate. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.